And we don't rap like you chump B's and C's. I can't stand white tees to my knees and my pants hang. I can't dance. Y'all gotta say that you real, but I'm from Haterville. Besides a slew of bars, we don't act like superstars. That's why they fuck with us. Plus we don't play around. Ain't no peace up, it's D's up and A's down.
It's just a combo. We just talking. But today we talking about rap, but we not.
Talking about rap, but we not. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you said bring it up on the pod about I need your official Trill Burger breakdown, because all of us that only seen it on the internet.
So yeah, I was definitely hyped to go to Trill Burgers just also. Yeah. I'm here, so fuck, let's go.
Shout out to black-owned businesses.
Yeah, definitely. Pulled up, nice ambiance. You know what I mean? It's definitely.
Was they playing UGK?
No, they actually won't. It was a bunch of random stuff going on. It was down south. I think before we left, a UGK song came on. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean? It was some good hip hop music going on in there. You know what I mean? As far as the Five Guys question, the reason why I said it is because it's the same, but it's not. You know how Five Guys got like one burger, but a bigger version of that?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have. They have one burger, a bigger version of that, and then a vegan burger, and a bigger version of that. You know what I mean? But it's still good. The food good. Like I said, it's more about the ambiance to me, though. Just supporting their homies. I ain't say my homies, but supporting your own, so to say. You know what I mean? So I definitely love that. Both.
And shout out to H-Town, because I told you in the text, when Josephine saw that picture, she did like this. She was like she took a moment. She had a whole moment. And the flashback to Priya being in our apartment, I could see her, you know what I'm saying? Like, she took a whole moment. She took a whole deep-ass breath. I'm not exaggerating. And she just looked at me and was like, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to break it to her. I was like, that's just a recruitment thing they do now. They do the recruitment pictures. That don't mean she going there. Right. But so she thought she was going there, but she also just like, I think the makeup got me too. Makeup got me too, bro. I was like, I was not ready for that. I've seen her look like FloJo for about 2 years now, but I was not ready for the makeup.
I ain't gonna hold you. When she came out the crib with the lipstick, I'm like, "Ooh, this girl grown, man."
Amelia does her own makeup now, and man, like we be like, she catches me. I got pictures where she catches me where I don't realize it, and I see the picture. I was like, But shout out to H-Town, man. Hopefully you'll be going down there a whole lot more, unless of course somebody else come around. And let's get this NIL bing bong boom. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yes, I'm trying to get her on that, man. Like, put yourself out there, but that's a whole nother 16.
That's a whole nother 16 near the end of there. So
I don't even know anymore.
So talking about rap, this honestly, this might be my favorite episode.
Okay, already.
I've been wanting to do this for a minute now. We're gonna talk about your top not hip hop artists. And the reason why this one touches me so much, and the reason why I want to ask you about this, is because as I've gotten older, I dug into the samples a lot. I really dug in hard on the samples of the music that essentially built what we listen to. And I just went down. I've been essentially on an iTunes rabbit hole since like 2010, essentially. And it just like, I listened to a lot of old school in the house with my parents, obviously, but I just went so deep. I just been through so many eras, and I feel like I'm always discovering something new. And really, it turned out that I liked the original source material records more than the songs that sampled them. You know what I'm saying? And now I kind of understand why the old heads be like, yo, don't touch those records if you can't, whatever.
You can't do it justice.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the ones that I'm going to say probably not even just because of the samples, but I think that's like kind of what got me there and like expanding my horizons and listening to other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'll give you my breakdown then. I ain't do no homework. All I listen to is hip hop. That's it. I don't listen to nothing else but hip hop. Like I said, if it is,
that's why this is gonna be hilarious.
Like I said, if it's not a hip hop song, but it'll have a hip hop verse on it or somewhere or something. You know what I mean? But I wanted to ask you. So you say as far as the sampling, because I found out a lot of stuff from IG.
Yes.
These DJs that put the joints together, you be like, oh, that came from there, that type. So how are you finding out about these songs? Like, how are you finding out where the samples come from? If it's not an obvious joint, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yes, I would say a big chunk lately in the last few years has come from like Sample Bible and like all these Instagram accounts like levels of vibes and all these Instagram accounts that essentially show you, hey, this is the sample. So it's not like I dug myself a whole lot of them, but there was a lot of joints that I knew about prior to those Instagram accounts getting hot. And so I just ran into a lot of them on Apple. You know, I might hear some of them on the radio. Oh, you know what was crazy? Soul Town. Do you know about Soul Town?
No.
Soul Town is a Sirius XM radio station, and they play a lot of Motown. And you know, Motown has decades and decades of history. And so they play a lot of old records essentially, and I ran into a lot of samples like that.
Okay.
Yo, in the lobby of my job, they would play Soul Town played in my job.
Okay.
And the Sirius XM joints would bump, and I would be like, that shit would play. I'd be like, wait, like,
sounds like
I know that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that would be another place where, hold on, let me close my door. That would be another place where I ran into a lot of that shit too. So yeah, that would be up. Shout to the green bottles.
Facts, I ain't got no green, so
yeah.
True
indeed. So that's why I ran into my shit. So you only listen to hip hop. So you ain't never had no era where you listen to no other genres.
I never had an era. Like I've had a situation where I bumped into an artist and I went down their discography real quick. But yeah, after that, right back to rap, bro. It's funny too, because like I'm looking at my list. So this is artists, not songs, correct?
Yeah, artists, right.
Okay, yeah. So I'm looking at my list and they're all R&B.
That's funny.
Because there ain't no verse on there. Countries, it's just a cousin of rap, nigga. Like that's
it. Yo, and I feel like I wonder, my man, shout out to my man Daryl. I started spamming his text with samples, because like once I find somebody who kind of likes it but doesn't know about it, I'd be like, yo, I'll be like your friend that knows the records, even though like I don't know shit. Like my homies and them, my man's Everyday Wonders and them from back home, I were talking about. I thought I knew some shit. I started sending them shit, and they like, bro, we've been on this shit since before we knew your ass. Like we was digging for real. Like these cats was really digging for real, like in the record stores, in the thrift stores and shit like that, really buying.
Question though, we knew a couple beat makers. Shout out to MyEazeeButton.
Yep.
We knew a couple beat makers. Did any of them use samples? Were you ever in the studio when they used a sample to make a beat? I don't really remember that process. Like
Mike, so a lot. No, we was really never in the studio when they were making the beats. Like for the most part, they would come to the lab with a pack and play them. Did Clef sample? Like, I assume that KlephDollaz was sampling a good bit. But I never seen KlephDollaz make any beats. He just, he came with his joints. Get on the 95 was all leftover KlephDollaz beats.
Okay.
Not all of the beats, but like a lot of them was leftover KlephDollaz beats that WBI just didn't use.
No, with Easy, like when I was working at UPS during my bad employment days, they let a nigga go home. I'm here to Easy, like, what you doing? Like, pull up. I'll pull up, and he'll make a beat on the spot
from scratch, right?
Yes.
Because he was a drummer. He was a real musician.
It was a beautiful thing to watch. It's frustrating as a writer because getting into the joint, he's like, oh, I don't like that. I'm like, bro, I love that. What are we talking about? So that was definitely fun. But yeah, just watching the other side of the art, so to say, was definitely interesting. You know what I mean? Especially when it's coming from scratch almost.
It takes a while though, bro.
Yeah,
it takes a while, man. My man got a joint called Check This Out. And I swear to God, it was check this out as a sample. Check this out, check this out, check this out, check. Do you know how many fucking hours I sat listening to him? Check this out, check this out, stop. Check this out. I was like, yo, bro, like multiple times. And then when he finally gave it to my man who made a record out of it, it didn't sound nothing like none of the shit that he never played for me. And the beat was so crazy. I gotta send it to you. I'm sure I can find it here. I don't know if it will come out too good. on it. But shout to that's my man Kyle, the one who said that J. Cole is whack. Kyle is
you might have to put up to the show, man.
Yo, he would love to is the other thing. He would love to pull up on us. I could tell he'd been watching.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So your artists come from all different genres or what?
Yo, have you ever seen people post about like your friend that listens to everything?
Yeah.
I'm him. Like, bro, like I can see her right now and sing my favorite Madonna songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got like if you ask me and you see I've posted them a lot of them on my Instagram. But like I got Fleetwood Mac on my list of named people that you'll see when I name it, but like all kinds of genres. Like I'm definitely like I'll sing Alanis Morissette. Like if you'll sit in the car with me and some shit come on, I'll sing the shit word for word, you'll be like, like I was about to change the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Nigga reach for the show you like this?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, yeah, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my.
That's dope. That's dope. But should you want to get into it? Let me get my
Let me hear yours first. Let's say you go first with your first one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be generic P over here, I guess. So I'm not gonna put Mike Jack on here because that goes without saying. Like I'm always gonna have a person that just goes without saying. You know what I mean?
Course.
And it's funny because like that's what we grew up on. He was just on a whole nother world. And then the older you get to see all the stuff that he did as far as like the shows and stuff and like how people like it's just amazing to see that shit later. So I'm not gonna put Mike Jack, but also I think you said it in the text or whatever. But Sade was definitely, and it took me. I don't know how old I was when I found out that Sade was not her; it was the group. But that's a whole other story.
Right. She is her, but it's also the group. Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of it, that's her. But yeah, I got you. But Sade, man, like just I can listen to her all day long. Yeah,
so dope.
Any of her albums, I could just bump Sade out. It's just so smooth, and like I said, it's just that's ground level though. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna get to the words. Just like I said, I usually let you do all the talking, so that's kind of how this episode is gonna be. Generic names, and then you want to say an interesting name, we can go from there.
You said honestly, I have 20 names on my list, like I told you, and I whittled it down to 5, and Sade was one of the 5. She is she's a pioneer. First of all, Sade was fine as shit.
Yes.
Baddie. Straight baddie. Her band is incredible.
Yeah.
People that know Sade understand that her band is just as dope as her. Mm-hmm. And as far as I understand, there wasn't a lot of defections in her band either. Like they stayed together for a long time. I want to say that her husband was in the band even. Like, don't give me to line on that. A lot of these artists too, like it's not like I went super deep on like deep cuts and I know their whole discography. It's not like that. But like I tried to keep my list to the people that I actually bumped the most. And Sade, all you really need is the best of Sade. Like probably the best greatest hits album that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The most complete greatest hits album that I've ever heard. But you know, we'll talk about her band, you know, play No Ordinary Love. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like her band, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just crushed that shit. You know, she just got so many records. But definitely, I'll take her off since you mentioned her.
Yeah, Love Deluxe. Love Deluxe is the album I listen to.
Love Deluxe is it, bro. Love Deluxe is it. I told you Fonte remade the joint on there. I forget the name of it. Go down the track list. You got it in front of you?
No Ordinary Love, Feel No Pain. I Could Love You More.
That one. I Could Have Loved You More.
Okay.
Foreign Exchange remade that, and that shit is gas. That shit is all gas. All right, I'm gonna start with my one that's super left. That you know, Metallica. Okay. Metallica is my. I was big into metal when I was a kid. Metallica is my favorite band, not named the Roots, of all time. You know, you're talking about dudes who essentially pioneered metal. You know, they weren't like the first or whatever, but like they came up, these dudes were going platinum and selling out arenas and tours, and they didn't have no songs on the radio and they didn't have no videos in the 80s. It was crazy. Like when MTV was giving everybody the exposure to become a big ass artist, like when they were that new medium, Metallica came up in that same era, but they didn't have a video until their fourth album or fifth album. And you know what I'm saying? And they just, you know, just like that Blue Collar, like they were just known for like, yo, we're gonna show up, we're gonna play for 2 hours, we're gonna play real fast, mad hard, and we're just that deal. And
Have you
so
seen them
because it's
live?
metal, huh?
My bad. Have you seen them live?
I have not seen them live. I've obviously seen them on TV with their live shows. They are that deal. They did this super dope medley at the VMAs in 2003, where they played like Smooth Criminal and they played like Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Like they just did fly shit. The drummer and the lead singer are essentially, like, in my opinion, two of the greatest songwriters of all time. Like one of those songwriting duos that just wrote shit for decades and decades. So Metallica is gonna go first for me.
If I knew nothing about Metallica, what album should I check out?
Good question. Anybody would tell you Master of Puppets is the one. Master of Puppets is their third album. Their bass player died right after Master of Puppets. Their bass player, and you don't typically know a band for the bass player. Their bass player is essentially like a top 3 bass player of all time. Like you could play with Metallica and be the bass player and be like, who the fuck is playing bass? Like, wow, that's nuts. So he died right after that shit in a bus accident in Europe, and it fucked them up for a minute. You know what? I'll tell you even better. Go to Ride the Lightning. Go to Ride the Lightning. The front of it is an electric chair. And there's a song called For Whom the Bell Tolls. And it starts with the fucking bass intro. And you ain't never heard a bass intro like this. It's like, that's a bass. Like, what is he playing? His name was Cliff Burton. He passed away like 40 years ago. Fuck with Ride the Lightning. That's my shit.
Okay. All right, my go again. I'll get my other generic one out of the way. Alicia Keys, man. Alicia Keys. I've been a fan of Alicia Keys since she burst on the scene with that minor joint. I forgot. I'm not giving actual titles right now.
Do you remember when she was on BET all the time?
Yeah. Like definitely.
Like pre Songs of A Minor when she was a kid. No. On pre Songs of A Minor, she was on BET did a bunch of Christmas specials, and they would always bring her out like she was a kid, and she would be up there playing piano and singing and all that shit. And this is before songs. You got to YouTube it, yo.
Okay.
She's been like that forever.
Yeah, and it's like she's just showing herself. You know what I mean? Yes. The whole piano and singing and all that. Like, and like you said about Sade, bad as a motherfucker too. But yeah, Alicia Keys, like I said, that song with Drake, man. It's like that might be my favorite R&B song ever. And it's sad because what she's singing about in the joint is
stealing Swiss beats, essentially. Yeah. Me and Josephine joke all the time that stealing Swiss beats, the sacrifice for that is her music went way down. Like the quality of her music went like, like as soon as they fell in love, the karma gods were like, we're gonna take that from you though. We're gonna hold that.
This is kind of back, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like after the album with the No One, that album. After that album, her shit, I never want to hear another record.
Yeah, I haven't listened to a whole entire project.
Those first 3 or 4. Actually, you know what? That's funny. The one with Drake is actually after that. So I apologize. The one with Drake is after that one, but after that, it was all pretty whack. All right. So, all right. I'm gonna go with.
Hold on, you're whittling them down as we go?
No, I picked 5, but I'm sitting here looking at a list of 20. Really being like, yo, are you really gonna leave off Stevie Wonder, for example? Cool. Like I really, I'm trying to stay. I don't want to be cool for the podcast. I am trying to stay true to what I actually listen to, and so I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go with the SOS Band. Do you know about the SOS Band?
I do not.
Do you know that joint? And baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. The SOS, that's them. The SOS Band. And I'm gonna sound like a poser because it's not like I know other albums and shit like that. SOS Band a lot of their shit was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, which is, of course, you know, they were in the time, right? They were with Prince. I think they were in like the early iteration of the time, and then they got kicked out of the time because they were producing for outside artists, and Prince didn't want them producing for outside artists. So they produced for Janet Jackson mainly. You know, they did the whole Control, pretty much most of Janet Jackson's career. And they did a lot of joints for SOS Band. And SOS Band had big ass hits in the 80s mainly. Take Your Time was one of them. Tell Me If You Still Care. No One's Gonna Love You. The Finest. Just Be Good to Me. Like, if you want to fuck with
Just Be Good to Me. Remind me. Just Be Good to Me. Remind me.
I don't care about them other girls. Just be good to me.
Okay.
Ooh, yo. So they must have had some sort of label dispute, like De La did, where their shit wasn't on streaming. I had all my SOS joints downloaded on my phone, and then one day, you know how you pull it up and the shit is great. And bruh, I was protesting in the streets for like 2 years. Anytime somebody posted an SOS record, I would be so mad, bro. And I would be like, bring SOS back to streaming. Here, I'm gonna bump one of these joints for you. See if you can.
That's funny. You sound like me complaining about Tracy Lee first album.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it feels. Like you taking away, you know what I mean? Whatever. And I didn't know that they shits was back outside until Ninth Wonder posted. Yo, Ninth Wonder has these dope playlists that he's posting. Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yo, anybody that know about SOS Band know about, you know what I mean? Oh, you can't see it. Whatever.
Yeah, but so is there a best of? Is there a best of album? Or
there is a best of, correct. And honestly, you don't need nothing else. Yo, you fuck with that. They got joints on there. And so SOS Band, bro, I've been playing this shit, spamming that shit for years. I can't front on SOS.
All right. I think this might be my favorite one. Kaytranada.
Yo, like that. I love it.
Yo, what is that considered? What music genre is that considered?
If you look him up, they call it electronic on Apple.
Yeah, that's what threw me off.
The dope thing about Kaytranada is that he incorporates so much hip hop into what he does. He has a record.
Because he was on I think I bumped into him. I think I bumped into him from the internet album.
Yeah, right. Girl. Yeah, he produced that Girl. Yeah, I wanted to put in. I knew that the internet wouldn't make my top 5, but I definitely wanted to put them on here because they're so dope.
Did they have more than one album, or did they have 2 or just
internet? One? Oh, they got a few joints, and I think they got a new one coming out soon.
Okay, is Sid still with them?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, because most of the songs I listen to the most often in that album were songs that she was on by herself, or you know what I mean.
She's so dope, and Steve Lacy obviously was in the band.
Wow,
with them, but Steve Lacy is in the internet. Yeah, Steve Lacy.
Put 2 and 2 together. Well, I'm trying to figure out which. I think Bubba might be my favorite Kaytranada joint, but Kaytranada did joint with Anime. I think I pronounced his name correct.
Right.
They did a collab album, and I was already rocking with him. Him and Dante Hitchcock. I kind of found out about him at the same time. So when I seen Kaytranada came over the album with him, I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." Yeah, it's funny because all my joints are basically hip hop.
I like that joint he got with Childish Gambino. That joint Witchy. I like the joint that he got. That's crazy is the remix of "Just Want to Be Your Girl" with Tidra Moses.
Okay,
like that's a big one.
Where's she from?
Kaytranada?
Tidra Moses.
Oh, Tidra Moses. I don't know where she from. Like you mean like where physically? Where she from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I wasn't even really up with her.
So if I didn't say physical, what was your answer gonna be?
As in like what songs like
okay.
do you know her from? That's my bad. Like what planet? Like what planet? Like Earth. You can tell we way off the reservation. Like we know what we're talking about in the first 7 episodes, but this one right here, we wildin'.
I like it though, man. I like it because a lot of times, I know with me, hip hop still introduced me to these people though. Like a lot of times,
Everything, almost. That's the dopest shit about hip hop is that outside of Metallica, like hip hop essentially introduced me to almost everything. You know, the Black Sheep sampled the SOS band "Take Your Time." They had a joint called "Strobe Light Honeys," which is basically like chicks that look real cute in the club, but they ugly as fuck when they outside the club. And they sampled "Take Your Time," and that's how, you know what I'm saying, like the first reference point that I would have had for them. But I don't want to skip over too much of Kaytranada. I mean, like Kaytranada is super super dope. You know, the joint that he has, I'm looking at his best of. He got a joint with Gold Link that's fire. That shit with Jasmine Sullivan.
yeah.
That, you know, that's probably the best song on that album. Super slept on. Kaytranada is openly gay, black male producer, which is fucking dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't no, you know, and it's not like he cares or he's trying to make that a part of his identity. It just is what it is. He's just dope. You know what I'm saying? So shout to him. All right. So again, I'm not trying to be cool for the podcast. I'm just trying to tell you like literally what I listen to the most. And yo, let's talk about a band that I have seen live, The Police.
Okay,
Sting.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this show.
Yo, The Police. I'll tell you my story about seeing The Police. First of all, Sting is a top 5, top 10 baddest motherfucker alive type of dude. When you talk about a lead singer that had the swag, that had the talent, that had the it, Sting is that guy. So I saw a reunion show. I wasn't even supposed to go. My mother was gonna go with her sister. God bless my titiada. Adita was diabetic, so occasionally she just couldn't do shit that she committed to doing, and she was a fucking doctor. God bless her. So my mom's invited me, and I like The Police, you know, but I was like, okay, yeah, let me go. This was, to this day, the best show that I have ever seen. I have never seen a show this ill. The B-52s opened up the show. You know B-52s, Love Shack? B-52s was dope. I didn't even know it was going to be there. B-52s was lit. I was like, yo, Love Shack, that sounds like Love Shack. If I pulled it up right now, it sounds just like that. They was, you know, old school bands, they know how to perform. They old, they still could fuck it up. And
so,
Police,
my bad. So when did you were young? So were they like in the prime, the end of it?
I was not, bro. I was not that young. I was like I was 24, 25, something like that. So I was young, but not that young. So this was a big time reunion show. Oh. I think this was like they said it was like it was at Madison Square Garden, and they sold the bitch out. They sold it out. And you know, when you want to talk about influence on hip hop, you know what I'm saying? You got the is it called The Message that Nas, fake love, no love, you get the slug, the guitar intro, that's Sting. That's not The Police, but that's Sting. You got every breath you take, the Diddy sample for I'll Be Missing You, right? Like that's him. The What Means the World to You sample, the Cameron joint, that's Roxanne. You know, there's Roxanne. You don't gotta put on the red light. Like, yo, they got mad samples, but their records are so. When I saw them live, it's a 3-man band like Nirvana. It's just 3 of them, and these dudes were well into their 50s or 60s, whatever it is, and they was bodying that shit, man. And Sting sounded like Sting. His voice was filling up the whole stadium. For a bunch of old motherfuckers, young motherfuckers, they tore MSG down. At one point, his daughters came out on the stage and they was vibing and they was dancing. And then for the intermission, my man had a full ass beard. For the intermission, the band kept playing. Sting goes to the back and gets a shave, and the camera is following him. And he shaves his beard. His beard was like yours. Shaved the shit, comes back out, and they picked up the song right from where he went where he left off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you lost no swag with the loss of the beard?
None. No, man came out with more aura. Like he left the beard and came out with more aura somehow.
I'm not willing to try that. I'm not willing to see if I can do that.
Yo, the flex of the century was when Juice WRLD for Lucid Dreams, you know Lucid Dreams, the Juice WRLD song, they sampled, I think it's called A Piece of My Heart, is the same song that Nas sampled. And Juice WRLD's producers were hot at Sting because he took so much royalties. And you know, if you're gonna sample a dude, if I have a track record of you sampling my shit, and all these songs are #1 songs, right? Like I got I'll Be Missing You, I got What Means the World to You, I got all these records. You're gonna have to pay for my sample. Like you gonna have to run that. And Juice WRLD's producer said some wild shit because you know they're young kids. And Sting like laughed and he was like, yeah, I mean, you know, I think I put my kids through college with that one, but you know, whatever, it's no big deal. He said just the flex of all flex on him. So shout out to the Police. They got a lot of reggae influence, a lot of that ska, like ska. Before ska bands, there was the Police, and ska is like punk with a little bit of reggae influence. And that because these cats are from London, and in London, as you know, there's a lot of Jamaicans, and there was a lot of that early reggae shit on them, you know. And so you can hear that early reggae vibe on some of the Police's shit.
All right. I know my fifth, so the fourth one is gonna be difficult. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with, because I was about to say Ari Lennox, because I'm really a fan of Ari Lennox. I really like what she be doing. But I'm gonna go with Janelle Monáe. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of Janelle Monáe.
So talented, man.
So fucking talented. Yeah, like it's more than just the fact that you can make a song. Like
right.
You do so much more, and that's kind of what I like about her. You know what I mean? And then the fact that it's always a story or something behind the music she puts out. Like I enjoy that also. I love artists that put a lot into their art and not just give you a good piece of art, just say here. You know what I mean? Like I really fucking like that. So I ain't really got too much to say, just Janelle Monáe. Like if you know, you know.
When she took off the cowboy suits and you saw like, she's actually like she's actually bad. Like, and I had a feeling, I was like, I think she's bad, and we just don't know it yet. And when she decided to show everybody how bad she was, I was like, oh shit, like, she coming for everybody. And she's also an incredible actress. She was in Knives Out, the second Knives Out.
Twice.
She's incredible.
Twice, right? She was in there twice, right?
Right, because she's a twin. Yes, correct, exactly. So she pulls that off incredibly.
I can't think of the other movie she had when it was like not slavery time, but it was like antebellum or something like that.
Yeah, there is another flick that she's in that I'm not remembering. Yeah, you're right, and she was dope in that too, and I think I saw it. It's not Django. No, because that's Kerry Washington.
Yeah. Right.
All right, so my number 4 is definitely man, I'm gonna be leaving off somebody that hurts my feelings, bro. But I'm gonna go with the Gap Band. I fuck with the Gap Band so hardcore, bro. I love the Gap Band. Uncle Charlie Wilson is.
Quick question: you come from a music household? Because there's a lot of older bands. You come from music. Y'all played music growing up a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. My mother and father had the records for sure. It's funny you ask. So one of the funny stories about the Gap Band is they have a song called "You Dropped a Bomb on Me," and at the very beginning, it goes like but like you know how like what the Roman candles sound, like the fireworks, like that. It got like the little sound effect. And my father used to do the sound effect every time it came on. He would be like, I tell him to this day, I was like, this shit is so corny how you used to do that. But like, it made me like, as a kid, it made me like kind of like wait for him to do it because it was funny. And they got a joint called Early in the Morning. Exactly. So I gotta get up early in the morning to find me another love, like that, right? And it starts with the rooster. And my father would do the rooster. He would be like, I was like, why are you like this, yo? But like, I still remember that shit. And so, of course, is it Outstanding? Outstanding, right? Always at the cookout classic. Snoop has sampled the Gap Band multiple times. To the point where they just started putting Charlie Wilson on the records. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Charlie Uncle Charlie is like, defying history. The fact that he's still, I know he probably don't got mad surgery and did the teeth over and shit, but you can't fake this. You can't fake that voice. He like Patti LaBelle. Like Patti LaBelle gonna die with that voice, right? Patti LaBelle gonna die with that voice. Charlie Wilson is going to die with that voice. You're gonna put him in a box and he's gonna be singing just like that. And let's talk about classic samples. Yearning for Your Love, right? Yearning for Your Love is the Life's a Bitch sample. Obviously, Outstanding has been sampled a million times. Burn Rubber has been sampled a few times. They just they just got so much shit. And I think, remember when the BET Awards, how they used to honor an old head group? They honored the Gap Band, and people came out and did a bunch of Gap Band covers. And then Charlie Wilson came out and was like, "Nah, I'm not sitting over here. I'm going to come out and do my shit." And he did a bunch of joints. And Stevie Wonder did Burning Rubber with them on stage. That's when I was like officially in. Like I knew their shit from when I was a kid. And then I went and just pulled up all the discography shit. And I was like, nah, they that deal for real. So shout out to the Gap Band. They used to wear some crazy shit though.
Crazy fits, nigga.
Them fits was wild. Like them cowboy fits was not it, bro, at all. Not it.
It's crazy. You bringing up Patty name, I'm like, yo, how the fuck did I love Patty. Like Patty, yeah. I love Patty. Like there's two names I forgot, Patty and Whitney. That's crazy. I didn't put them on this list. So like I said, this ain't nothing but singers. If you didn't rap, you sung. That's all. Like my last one would be her.
Oh, she's dope, man.
She's fucking dope. Like
she's so talented, man.
I forgot what I was put on to or what she was doing. It was something with some fist up type. It was some Black Power. I think it was one of the halftime shows for the All-Star game. It was the first time I heard of her. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yes. So just seeing that and seeing that, so I didn't know she did everything. You know what I mean? So I seen her sung for a little while, then she rapped at the end. I was like, okay, I checked out the album, like Damage. Nigga, I be out here singing like I could sing. Like she just puts together some beautiful songs.
Damage is a record. Do you know the sample for Damage?
No.
Making Love in the Rain. Making Love in the Rain is a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis record. Herb Alpert, the dude who made the song that Hypnotize sample, him, and Janet Jackson is the one singing on it, even though she doesn't get the credits because Herb Alpert's not a singer. I think he's like I don't know if he's like a bass player or whatever Herb is. But Janet Jackson is the one singing. So I'll send you that shit in a minute. It's the same beat as Damage, and they killed that.
But yeah, that song she had Slide. And she had YG on that joint, and I wasn't even a fan of YG, but he slid on that joint, you know what I mean? And then the joint she had with Skip Marley, I think that might have been the remix to that. And she put Skip Marley on the joint, but like anything she do, like I'm here for it. So yeah, definitely.
Her voice is incredible. I love those singers that like she like Faith Evans, and like she don't gotta blow too hard for her shit to just be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And she got control, she got range. It just she got such a soulful voice.
To the point of where I heard a song when she do, I'm like, oh damn, she got that in her bag also. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Faith will let you know every now and then, like, oh no. Like I got this in my bag too. Don't get that fucked up. All right, so damn, I'm just looking at
struggling
names. I'm looking at in a minute I'll list off all the names that I had to leave off just to really but I can't leave my man Prince off. I think I felt like when you said I'm not even going to name MJ, like I should probably just take Prince off for the same reason, because it's almost a given. But I don't know, man. Purple Rain was it for me, man. Like when I was a kid, like it's just one of those albums that people say that they were so ubiquitous, like you didn't even have to own it. Like you didn't even have to own Purple Rain to just know Purple Rain, like because it was just everywhere. Like you heard every song from Purple Rain. You didn't even really like Thriller. Like you didn't even need to own Thriller. Like you just know all those joints, and when they come
in that same lane, I forgot who posted. It was like, yo, Do you remember like who that you knew actually owned Moonwalk, the movie?
That's yeah.
Who owned it? Like where did they get it from? We just all seen it. Like I don't
We
like.
all seen it. When you brought it up, I was like, yo, nah, yo, it's like, yo, he really killed me with that one, yo.
Oh, yeah, that was
Like,
crazy. That was a crazy joke. I forgot about that joke.
that was hilarious, bro. That was we gonna leave out the context because we don't want to hurt fat people's feelings. But there was a fat joke. There was a fat joke. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's all I'm gonna say. But when it comes to Prince, man, like you know, the songwriting, you know, not just the music, and of course the music that he's known for. You will forever for everything off Purple Rain, forever for I Want to Be Your Lover and all of that stuff, forever for Pop Life, forever for his records, but also like, you know, he wrote Manic Monday. Do you know Manic Monday? No. There's a song called Prince Originals, and Prince Originals is I'm gonna play it for you real quick. Prince Originals is just songs that you know somebody else did, and then all of a sudden you hear Prince's voice. So like, watch. You're like, yeah, I know this. This is Manic Monday. Heard this a million times, right? That's Prince. And he has so many records like that. He has like Pink Cadillac, that Pink Cadillac by Aretha Franklin. He got the joint. Shaka Khan, right? The I Feel For You, right? Like Prince. Not only did Prince write I Feel For You, like Prince's I Feel For You sounds totally different. Like, wait, no, that's not it. Hold on. Prince's I Feel For You. Yeah. Like, this is not the same as the Shaka Khan record at all.
No.
Right? That's so Prince. Hold on, I'll let my man come on. This shit's fire. It made me love it all over again. You know what I mean? And Prince wouldn't apologize about performing your shit.
That's hilarious.
Because Prince would be like, no, that's my song, and I gave it to you, but I'm still going to perform that. Yo, he wrote, what's the joint? The Sinead O'Connor joint, Nothing Compares to You. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it is.
He wrote Nothing Compares to You, bro, and he has his own version of it. Like, so
were you a Prince Over Mike guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a Prince Over Mike guy, but it's not because I think that Prince is better than him. It's just what I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, it's almost impossible. Like, Michael Jackson had a whole career before he was even an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like the Jackson 5 and the shit that he did on the Jackson 5, he was more accomplished than most artists through their entire career. And that's just before Off the Wall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, am I really going to say Prince over Mike? Like, hell no. You know what I mean? Like, who had the better career, you know, is probably Mike. But like the shit that I ride with, I just think that, you know, just all the eras, the way that Prince was so ill with his gender and his sexual identity, you know, and being so out in the open with not having to be this masculine man, this super feminine man that would absolutely take your bitch. Like, she's took. Like, if you want your bitch to get took, bring her around Prince. She's gone. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And the story about the Dave Chappelle story, the Charlie Murphy story, and the fact that that's actually true, that he actually did hoop. He did actually like hoop with these cats in heels and sun them in heels. He took them to a park. Like, the only difference in the story is that they didn't do it on his property. Like, they went to a park that was like close by or something like that. And that they was like, yo, like, how are y'all playing in like blouses? You know what I'm saying? And like, there's old school footage of Prince at a concert, and they brought a hoop on the stage. One of these intermission joints where the music is playing and he's not singing, and they bring a hoop on the stage, and he he gets the ball, and hits a fucking like a 15-footer. You know what I'm saying? Like just out of nowhere on stage, just bangs a 15-footer, and they take the ball, they take the hoop off. He could have missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have missed. Like, nah, that shit was cash. That's when I believed the Dave Chappelle story. I was like, yo, I think that Dave Chappelle story might be true. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Prince is the guy, man. And there's footage of Prince doing Sweet Thing, the Shaka Khan shit, and he couldn't even sing it because the crowd took over. He goes, I will love you anyway. And the crowd took over. He turned the mic around and just stopped singing because the crowd just sang the whole shit. He was just banging the guitar. Like
I love that. That's one thing I do love about live shows, the fact that some artists can do that. That was I think when I started rap, like, yo, that's what I want. No, but still, like that's just amazing, bro. Rap and it's funny, somebody said, who the fuck did they say just did that?
Justin Timberlake.
No, it was a rap dude. I was like, you can't though. Like you can't, there's no way y'all can rap all his lyrics. It don't make, first of all, he's not that good. And second of all, no. But I'll leave that be. I'm not gonna drag somebody that. Well, yeah, I do drag, I just can't think of the nigga name. Never mind.
Justin Timberlake did it, and people got mad because he basically wasn't performing the song. It's not that people wasn't rocking with it. It's just it's like at some point you're not actually performing the song. And the footage came out. I saw it. It was pretty bad. Like he was not singing the song. So it's like, yeah, at some point you got to actually perform. So who did not make your list?
It ain't a lot of them. Like I said, Ari Lennox, Gold Link,
fire.
Gold Link, I fuck with Gold Link. BB Borelli,
never heard of him.
Young chick, I can't think of. Let me go and look her up because I forgot what song put me on to her. And it's more about her voice. It just sounds different. It sounds good, but it sounds, if you listen to enough singers, you'd have heard every type of voice out there. So you want something that sounds a little bit different, so to say?
No doubt.
Yeah. What the fuck is her single? And she's all over Russ last album.
Okay.
I just seen that. Yeah, because she's on Distracted and Tunnel Vision. And I love Tunnel Vision. You know the song Tunnel Vision by Russ? I love it. She's all on that. Ego. I think Ego was the big single that put me onto her. But yeah, I think she might be Spanish or Mexican. One of the things I can't tell.
I gotta check.
Give me the line. I wanted to put D'Angelo, but then I felt like
I didn't know. Why is he not on my list?
But like you said, I didn't want to say something just to be cool. Like I'm from Richmond, so is D'Angelo. So boom, now.
Yeah.
I did love Brown Sugar. I did love the fact that it was when you look at the video, like that's Southside Plaza. So I did love all that. But I'm not gonna act
Lady is so dope.
Yeah, I understand he's a great artist. I love Brown Sugar. I didn't
Me and Those Dreamy Eyes of Mine.
Yeah. Voodoo was good. The last one, it was more about I respect the art.
The Messiah joint.
Yeah, I respect the art more than me like can ride rock out with the joint, so to say.
I never understand what he's saying. That's the one thing.
That's funny coming from a nigga that listen to rap.
What?
That's funny coming from a nigga that listen to rap.
Right. Like I just don't understand the words coming out of your mouth. Like I just some artists just don't enunciate very well.
My last one would have been Money Long. Yeah. Because I found out how much work she does for other people. And then the one album I listened to, even though it was like 23 tracks on it, was like, yo, this is a lot. Like you're doing a lot. Like you're rapping on something, you're singing on something. And I got here knowing that you write for people. So it's more about respecting the artist that you are. You know what I mean? But
it's funny. You got all the newer and all my shit.
But we nailed everything though. That's perfect. You know what I mean? Who was you struggling with?
So Amy Winehouse, I bumped her a lot. Mary J. Blige, that hurt to leave her off. I kept looking at her name. That hurt to leave her off. Fleetwood Mac, I listened to a lot. Isaac Hayes and Curtis Mayfield.
Okay.
You got to understand how many records have sampled Isaac Hayes and Curtis Mayfield. Like so many. Like joints that you love, you know what I'm saying, have sampled those two. R. Kelly. Hey, bro. It is what it is, man. Like
that type of shit you gotta say it with your chest.
I can't go back and make myself not like the songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before I knew what he was doing, like before anybody knew what he was doing, like you cannot talk about R&B music and leave him out.
Even though he was telling you what he was doing. But yeah.
The funny shit is that, right? the shit with Aaliyah is crazy work. That the album is called AJ Nothing But a Number, and low key that song is fire. The AJ Nothing But a Number. Her cover of At Your Best is one of my favorite songs of all time, and he's so responsible for so much shit and all of his hits. I got Justin Timberlake on here because his second album, Future Sex Love Sounds, is essentially the theme song to me and Josephine's relationship. Like, we were on like a 3-year honeymoon, basically. And that first year that we met, all we played was Future Sex Love Sounds, like in the car all the time. Timberland killing that. I got Linkin Park.
In that same lane, like you said, as far as relationship or whatever, John Legend first album. Like John Legend and the creation of me and Janice or whatever, like
that was it.
Like definitely, yeah, hell yeah.
That was it. Shout to Janice. My wife wanted to make sure that we shout Janice. I told her, I was like, you got to see Janice's sister. I was like, there's more than one of them. There's more than one. There's another one that is just as bad as her, bro. Like, I think I've told you that story about when I met Janice's sister at Emilio's, and I was just like, I was like,
keep my eyes to myself.
I was like so intimidated, bro. I was like, yo, you should say something to her. I was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Same time she got Jay in the headlock and shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't fucking with none of us. No way. I could have said whatever I wanted. Linkin Park. I got Tony, King of the White Boys, Phil Collins, Stevie Wonder, SWV, and Weeknd. That's my list.
Weeknd is solid. Like,
Weeknd's that guy.
Hold on. I've never said these words out loud. Does Weeknd sound like Mike Jack?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but he's not trying to. Like, that's just his voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shine. Like, I believe that Shine wasn't trying to sound like Big. Like, that was just his voice.
I don't.
You think he was trying to?
You feel the same way about Gravy?
No. I think Gravy was biting. Gravy was biting. I don't think that Weeknd is trying to. I almost think you can't replicate Mike. Yeah. Like, that's just God giving you something that, you know what I mean? He does sound like Mike.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think it was him trying to. It's just like they sound like type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely. Well, yeah, that's my entire list. I enjoyed this. I hope those same 15 or 40 people show up, enjoyed it too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yo, we stay stuck at 15. Two of them is us.
Matter of fact, 3, because I watch it from both of my pages. So 3.
Yeah. It's all good though.
But like at the same time, man, I just enjoy talking about music, talking about rap, dog. Even when we ain't talking about rap, we talking about music. I'm good with this, dog.
That's it, man. Yeah, we gotta touch on. I'm gonna send you these samples, these Isaac Hayes joints. Isaac Hayes ain't got no business having so many samples, bro. Like, just so many different genres have touched Isaac Hayes. Like, his money is crazy, and his son Isaac Hayes, is it the third Junior Isaac Hayes? Mm-hmm. His son, yeah, his son has figured out the cheat code with publishing too. Like, if your music ages beyond a certain point, that you can go back and reclaim parts of the publishing from the label. He did some shit. He's really trying to put on a lot of people to reclaiming their art and you know, making money off it. Because it's like, yo, man, this genre is now 50 some odd years old, and you got people that made these records in the 80s don't understand that you can still eat off these records. If you can still tour on them, you know, Big Daddy Kane's and people like that, like, you can still go back and reclaim your music and still eat off of it. So shout out to Isaac Hayes' son too, because he had to obviously go through it with his father, and his father had just such an incredible catalog, you know. So just millions and millions of dollars they ate off of samples.
Like I said, we shoot the day before our albums drop. Anything you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah, yo, damn! I just found out that something.
Like, man, to the Real in 38, they dropped tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. We just found out Supreme Clientele 2 is coming out in August. It's not dropping tomorrow, but it's coming out soon, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. Thank you.
Harrison dropped something?
Yes. And I just downloaded it. He didn't drop it on. Yeah, he dropped it. It's called 7:30 because I guess he just put it out yesterday. So I just started listening to that.
You bring her name up. Madonna dropped something?
Did she?
Yeah, that what it say.
I'm not checking.
Veronica Electronica. I'm not gonna check it out. It's just the fact you said her name and I just saw it right here. I'm definitely
Madonna needs to stop messing with her face.
She needs to stop doing a lot of stuff.
She's doing.
Forget all that dumb shit. Let's talk about some rap. Before we get out of here, how do you feel about Freddie album? We didn't talk about it last week.
So my man Kyle brought up a good point. He's just like, what's with the that there's no bangers on there is what he said. He's like, how come they keep going with these low key vibe type of joints? My only critique of it sounds a little bit like Alfredo 1, you know, as far as like the vibe of it all. Obviously, I wouldn't say that and because of that, I wasn't able to really fully ride with it. Because it kind of reminds me of the first one, and I'm kind of just like lost in it's a lot of monotony in the vibe. Not boring music, but just the vibe is kind of the same. My man Kyle was like, how come they don't make no bangers? Like, how come they don't try to at least give you something that's up-tempo, something that sounds like, you know, something.
It's funny, it's like, I guess that's like, where's your single at?
You know, was it you that sent me the shit where they was like, yo, that there's no summer anthems, right?
It was stupid, but at the same, because I think I put in the comments that it reminded me of the whole when people be like, if it ain't banging in the clubs, it ain't doing nothing. It's a whack, you know what I mean? Because the person that posted that was a DJ,
right?
You know what I mean? So it kind of made sense. But I'm thinking about all these projects that came out, but that's a different convo than bangers, because bangers is just a song, like an anthem or whatever. You know what I mean?
Because the algorithm has destroyed the way we listen to music now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you're blaming the artist, but people aren't listening to the music anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to rock with streams and they want to be on your TikTok and they want, you know, it's got to fit the TikTok algorithm and it's got to play on people's page and, you know, and like the songs aren't 4 minutes anymore. They're not even 3 minutes. You know, it's got to be banging and it's got to be less than 2 minutes. And people have such short attention spans and they're not even listening to your whole album. And it's like, oh, but also where's the summer banger? It's like, bro, we're essentially allowing tech companies to destroy music. Okay. You know, we're taking away the profitability of the artist. The artist can't make money the way that they used to. So they're trying to do all kinds of other shit to try to make money. But then we also want the same quality of music. Like, oh, every summer, what he said in the Chappelle, she's like, every summer there's always a banger. It's like, yeah, don't be surprised if music changes. People aren't listening to music anymore. You know, like that's why this summer is so dope, because we're getting back to like people actually having robust, dope projects with fire ass beats and lyrics and real shit to listen to, you know, and Freddie's album is that at the very least. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like every week somebody dropped a fire album for like 3 months now.
For a minute now.
I mean, I don't know. It could be because we're more digging the greats, like we listen to more artists or whatever. We don't just listen to mainstream. So like a good album to us might not be the mainstream one, but it's like, yo, just do the knowledge. Like just check this shit out.
And bangers can't be bangers anymore because it's so rare to even have a rollout where you could let a song actually marinate and move around the markets and have people vibe with it and fuck with it and let it build up. Because if it was like that, the Tyler record would have one of these summer bangers. But because you can only tell somebody on Tuesday that it's coming out on Friday, and then 3 weeks from then the album's old, so nothing on there can cook. But like the truth is that like Tyler, like, and I said it, Tyler's album is really geared towards a bounce. You know what I mean? Tyler's album is really a bounce. And he's got joints on there that people can really vibe with. But you know, nobody has the time and nobody's really listening. And by the time you really fuck with it, it's already gone anyway. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that might be why I didn't like this Joyner album as much. I feel like he tried to put because it's like 4 or 5 songs. It just sound like my girl was like, "Yo, that sounds. I don't like that. Like just the way it sounded." I'm like, "Yeah, it sounded like a single." Like I felt like it was like maybe 3 or 4 songs in here that just sound like an attempt at a single. And it, because I'm a fan of him, I rock with it. But after a while, I was like, I see what you're trying to do there. You know, I don't really like it. Yeah.
Man, attention span, like it's not easy, man, to just have a joint that resonates with everybody, you know. And you know what else somebody said too was like, it's like y'all mad that nobody got no summer anthems, but y'all been dissing Drake for a whole damn year, and now he don't want to come outside and play with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the one. He was the one that would have the records. Like Nokia would have been the joint. You know, but y'all bullied him, and now he took his ball and went home.
Shit, what did I miss? Could have been about it. Like I mean,
Right.
just the vibe of it. You know what I mean? Because that's him. He was on he was on his shit. That's what he do.
And he gonna have another one, man. It's just he people need to understand that Drake has his place in hip hop. Stop trying to take it from him. Like he's earned it. He's given us the hit records for years and years, and also he's barred up. You know what I'm saying? Like let's stop it, man. Like J. Cole has his place, Kendrick has his place. Drake has his place. Tyler has his place. Everybody's got their place. You know what I'm saying? And we need all of them. You know what I mean? We don't need, I don't want to see nobody go away. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see all these brothers keep thriving and getting into their new bags and shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
I guess last thing before we get out of here, I know I keep saying it, but so Joy, you seen Joy complaining about the label?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I did see that, man. I watched the whole video too, man. He basically is saying that Columbia Records, you know, and we talked about this. The record companies, these dudes, it's just these dudes. I feel like they don't know what they're doing anymore. And man, maybe they never did. Like you gotta let the creatives own their art, man. And like everything has to fit in a box this fucking big. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not how this shit works. And Joey, shout to Joey's like, bro, I'm putting the album out next week, whether y'all like it or not. And it is what it is. Because y'all are not going to stifle my creativity. Y'all are not going to take me away from my fans. Like, I'm going to do me, whether y'all like it or not. And we could have been rolling out this record this whole time if you would have just been running with what I was putting out to the people. You know what I mean? But like everything has to fit in the little ass box that is super, super dope and is also creative and is also doesn't sound like something else, but also goes viral, but also hits the algorithm. It's like, yo, man, like this is why billionaires need to get their fucking hands off of our art. Like everybody that has a name, get off of your deal and put your shit out yourself so that way you can make your own bread. You don't have 10 hands in your pocket. You got one hand in your pocket and it's yours. And that way you can own your own shit and you can do 70,000 physicals and make a few $1 million and go on tour. You know what I mean? Like we can retake our shit back. The dude that owns Spotify is investing in military AI. These people don't fuck with us. They don't fuck with us. They're trying to take art from us the same way they've done with movies, the same way they've done with every other fucking industry that's out there. They just take, and rappers
and we
don't
give.
Exactly. And rappers don't have to deal with that.
This is how we started next week's episode. Answering this question. Who's to blame, the artists or the fans?
No recap, but we still got you. 2 4 for 10s dropping this week. Plus, there's 2 brand new combos added to the channel. We talking about rap with DL3 and Cousins talking business with Above the Crowd and Smith Our Production. Tap in. Now talking about